Hey guys, it is time for our language. You need to get out, if you are in my class or Mrs. Long's class, your poetry packet. My e-learners, I have it up here on Schoology for you. If you have forgotten yours at home, then you are also looking up here on Schoology. We are looking at poetry task cards today. And you're first going to look at this image. So in your packet, go ahead and find your page. It looks like this. Alright, so there are going to be 7 different task cards. You will see they are numbered at the top left-hand corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one is the directions for task card 7. Now your task cards labeled 1 through 7 coordinate with a poem numbered 1 through 7. So you'll see poem number 1, 2, 3. When you go to the next image, it has 4, 5, 6, and then 7. All right? So for each poem, you need to do what it tells you on that specific task card. So task card number 1 goes with poem number 1. Okay? Now what I'm changing on these directions for your task cards is that I am not making you copy the poem. Okay? So task card number 1 says to read the poem silently and aloud. You may cross off aloud. Okay, read the poem silently in your head. Number 2 here says to copy the poem in your best handwriting. We are not copying the poem. You can cross that off. You do, however, have to do number 3. And it says to highlight the action verbs in blue. Now, I don't mind here if you would rather, instead of highlighting, if you would rather circle or underline, that's fine too. As long as I can see that you have marked your action verbs. Okay? So highlight, circle, or underline your action verbs. That's all you have to do for poem number 1. Okay? If you're not sure on a part of speech here, so action verbs, I really can't remember what that is. Should you guess? No. Go back through, use your iPad, and look up what are action verbs. I can't remember, and that's okay if you have forgotten. All right, poem number 2. Read the poem silently. You may cross off aloud. You may cross off to copy the poem. You have to either highlight, circle, or underline the common nouns. Okay, the common nouns. Poem number 3. You're going to follow the same directions of what to cross off on 3, 4, 5, and 6. You do not have to read it out loud. You do not have to copy the poem. In number 3, you are going to underline the proper nouns. In number 4, you will circle the adjectives. And same thing, I don't mind if you circle, underline, or highlight for any of these. Your choice. Number 5, you're going to circle all of the punctuation. Number 6, this one's a little different. You have 2 steps that you have to do on poem number 6. Poem number 6, you have to underline all the adjectives, circle all the verbs, and draw a picture to represent all the verbs in the poem. Okay? So poem number 6 has some unique directions unlike the other ones. 3 steps. Underline the adjectives, circle the verbs, and draw a picture that goes along with the verbs. And then for poem number 7, all the way at the bottom here, you just have to circle all the punctuation. Okay? So my friends, with a packet, you may do it right on your packet. You're underlining, highlighting, or circling. For poem number 6, though, you will need a picture. You can do your pictures in this small empty space that's right here, or a separate piece of paper. My e-learners, you may use Notability to mark on your paper, or you may print them if you would like. Okay? Questions on what you're doing with poetry today? All right. You do have one more thing, and it is a vocabulary. For vocabulary, you are looking at complex sentences, and I only gave you the short video and the vocab cards. Now, I've had friends ask in the past about the vocab cards. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do for the vocab cards? Raina? You write your own definition. So they give you like the textbook dictionary definition. Now you write it in your own words. Okay? That's all you do for the vocab cards. All right? Any questions on language, vocabulary, and poetry task cards? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got some work time.